What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to be talking about one of the greatest guns that I've ever owned, but it has a price to match. But first, I want to talk about my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much, and if you want to be entered into a monthly giveaway for guns and gear-related items like the Magpul PRS stock, all you got to do is become a patron. I also want to mention ammo.com. There's a link in the description below for $20 off an order of $200. So if you want to get some 9mm ammo to feed your STI Apeiro, well, you can buy it there and help out my channel at the same time. Now we'll get back to the gun. What is the STI Apeiro and what makes it so great? Well, it is a 2011 pistol. Yep, it's a 1911 pistol from the future. Actually, that's from like 7 years ago. But still, it is pretty impressive. It is a double stack 1911 chambered in 9mm, 40 or 45. The most popular chambering for this gun is 40 caliber, and that's to make major power factor in limited, and that is what most people shoot it for. I do not shoot 2011s in competitions. I shoot CZs, but I do appreciate a 2011, and I wanted it 9mm because I shoot basically all 9mm because it's cheaper and I love to shoot my guns. I don't love to boast about how much power they have on the internet. I actually like to go shoot them on the range, so 9's cheaper and that's what I use. Nothing against you guys with 40 and 45. You have your reasons, I have mine. Now, the magazines hold anywhere from 15 to 27 rounds. That's a big jump from the 7 traditionally, but you still get the same ergonomics and great trigger that you get from a 1911. To take it a step further, the Apeiro is unique even among 2011 pistols. Part of it is because of those awesome saber cuts that you see right there that immediately attracted me to this gun. Before I bought this gun, I actually looked at it in gun shows for 3 or 4 years, deciding whether or not I could sell my kidney to buy it. And it also has this awesome island barrel that you see right there. Now that does a couple of things besides look really awesome with the two-tone finish. It, for one, keeps the sight in line with your eye the entire time instead of the slide reciprocating and the slide reciprocating on the slide. It stays there, so if you're a Jerry Mitchell-like type character, you can shoot just as fast as you can see the sight. The other thing that it does is it adds a good deal of weight on top of the barrel. So you have less weight reciprocating to the rear, less recoil, and you have more weight on top of the barrel, less muzzle flip. So everything in this gun is designed to make you shoot faster and more accurate, and you'll see that as the review goes. So what would you use this gun for? Well, you could use it for concealed carry if you're insane, but it's around 46, 48 ounces. It's very heavy and it's very big. And with this mag well, you're gonna have to have a lot of room. You could also use it for home defense. As I said, you can use it with a handheld light, but ideally for a home defense gun, you would want a light. And sadly, this gun doesn't come with a rail capable of putting a light on it. Some 2011s do. Some 2011s definitely do, like the Costa gun, and there are plenty of them, but this one doesn't, so it's kind of a downer on home defense. However, as you can see, this gun is specifically designed for competition. Now, I know a lot of people that use this for limited and a lot of people that use this type of gun for a 3 gun. And in 40, it would be a phenomenal limited gun. So if you're looking for a USPSA gun, IPSC gun, or 3-gun, this would be a great choice for the ergonomics and the accuracy. Now first, let's talk about reliability. Because even for a competition gun, you want your gun to be reliable, because if the seconds count, then you don't want to be clearing malfunctions all day. And in that case, the Apeiro is pretty good. It is not reliable like, let's say, my CZ AccuShadow or my CZ Orange. I think CZs are just a little bit more reliable of guns than 2011s, and part of that is because 2011s need to be tuned for a specific type of ammo most of the time. This one ran pretty good. I would say it was 99%. I would probably more than that. I would say I had one failure every 250 rounds or so. Now I have a lot of rounds for this gun. I like 1911s, and this is like a 1911 on steroids, so obviously I enjoy shooting this. And I would say I probably have a malfunction once every 200, 250 rounds. And for light reloads, that's not too bad. And as I said, if you're running this for competition, you can change the springs and do all that stuff and tune your gun for whatever load that you decide to use. Now, one of the questions that I got a bunch was, why is the slide not locking back on the magazines? Now, that is a magazine issue. If you buy these magazines, now remember, I don't shoot limited, but I believe they're designed not to lock back for a couple of reasons. Number one, you don't need them to. If you shoot in limited and you have, let's say, 27 rounds of 9mm, you basically just reload on the move from stage to stage or from part of the stage to the other part of the stage, and you never go to slide lock in the first place, so slide lock's not an issue. The other thing is that if you have the followers designed that way, I think you can add an extra round and have the same space in the box that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So extra rounds, even though you're never going to go to slide lock anyway, is a pretty good option. Now we'll get to accuracy, and that's where this pistol shines. Holy crap. The PPQ is the most accurate polymer pistol I've ever shot. The CZ Orange and this are the two most accurate 9mm pistols I've ever shot, as far as semi-autos go. Very, very impressive. I shoot the CZ Orange very similar because I've shot a lot more CZs, but this gun, I would say, for most people, is probably the most accurate. It's stupid accurate. I don't even know what to say about it. It has like a 1.5 pound single action trigger, and it has adjustable sights, and it comes with, I believe, Dawson sights, and that super thin yet high visibility fiber optic sight is just a phenomenal sighting setup. Little long distance with the STI Apeiro. It will shoot one hole at 10 yards with no issue. Ergonomics, that's kind of what sets the 2011 apart from other firearms of its class. It has the 1911 ergonomics that most people love. The STI magwell that comes on this is the best and highest quality magwell of any firearm I've ever used. Reloading on this is ridiculous. I could do it blindfolded, no problem. It's incredibly easy to reload, not to mention the gun is incredibly customizable. It didn't come with this very ugly yet very functional grip on it, and I bought this from, I forget where. There's a website on online that you can buy all different types of these. You can get your own designs and everything. I just bought the highest traction one that I thought I could get, and it was this one, and in that case it's very, very functional. It's very tractiony, if that's a word, and my wife hates it because it's too hard on her hands, but for me it works perfectly. Also, it had grooves ground in for your fingers to get a little bit higher grip than you normally could, and I sanded those down even further because my fingers are kind of big and kind of long and they didn't fit perfectly, so I just shaved the whole thing off. And I know it's ugly, but it's designed to do ugly work, and in that it is very, very great. The slide cuts make it look awesome. The bolt barrel does work. It has an extremely low recoil impulse. Part of that is because it's a huge gun and it's heavy, but it also has that island barrel and it works very well, and the spring system I think is lower than traditional firearms, and that's one of the reasons why I put in a lower weight spring in most of my guns. Isn't just to run lower powered ammo, but it's also because if you shoot the gun, a lot of times if it has a high spring weight, it will fire, recoil slightly less, and then dip down real hard because the spring will pull that slide back. Now with a lot of competition guns, you'll find lower powered springs, you get a little bit more recoil, but it settles more evenly and it doesn't dip down. So that's really nice. The safety is awesome, very tactile, very easy to use, and it's even kind of beveled so you don't feel uncomfortable when you're squeezing super hard. The beaver tail grip safety is very awesome. Not one time did I ever not accidentally engage that. Now for the price. The coup de grace. What do you have to pay to get one of the best shooting guns that I've ever seen? Well, you gotta pay a lot. I got this, I think, for around $2,200, and I think new you can see them as high as $2,700. So that is absurd. Anybody that's paying for a gun like that either really, really loves guns, or they just simply want the best to get started in a competition. If you don't shoot a lot of competition or you don't shoot a lot of rounds per year, this gun most likely will be wasted on you. Unless you plan on just putting it in the case and just telling people you have it, you really have to shoot a lot of rounds and want to be the fastest and want to be the most accurate person, or just want to look cool on YouTube like me. And if you don't want to do those things, then this gun is not going to be worth it for you because it is extremely expensive and its only purpose is range shooting. Like, I would not carry this gun. There's lots of better options that are more reliable, lighter weight, etc. This is only for competition or for range shooting, and it is very expensive, but it is a specialty gun, and in that specialty, it does extremely well. You could not find a better gun for the purpose that this was built for. You might be able to get into some sort of SVI, like an Infinity or an Atlas Custom, which I have looked at myself, and those might perform better than this, but they're also going to be at a higher cost. I think the Atlas I was looking at was around $4,000. You're going to have a wait time, and you're going to have it built custom to yourself, or, you know, pick up one of their options. But still, for a production gun you can get out of the case, this is easily one of the best. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later. I'm all day on that big one.
Aren't we all?